2 years ago, I was doing wash day completely wrong. Detangling, dry, skipping steps, wondering why my hair was not retaining length every single time. I was doing everything I thought I was supposed to do, and I still dreaded wash day. The thing that changed everything, I started doing this step before any water touched my hair. Today, I'm going to be walking you through why wash day prep matters for 4C hair, my pre-poo method and what I use, how I detangle without losing inches, and tips for making wash day faster and easier. Hi and welcome to Lena's Fab Lane. If this is your first time here, welcome. I share everything I have learned going from a relaxed hair girl for over 18 years to fully embracing my natural 4C hair. Grab something to drink because this might be a long video, and let's get into it. In this video, I'm going to be taking down 4 weeks old medium braids that I changed into bantu knots. I also want to say that I had just sprayed my hair with leave-in and oil the day before, so my hair wasn't dry as I was taking down the braids. I only took down the braids and I didn't detangle them. I just took them out first. Let's start at the beginning. When I first started my natural hair journey, it was around 2021. I genuinely had no idea what my hair needed. I was just doing what most people do: wet my hair, shampoo, rinse, condition, done. Where the problem came was when I was now able to pack my hair in a bun. I started noticing I was having a hard time detangling after the shampoo process. And for someone who has been relaxed 18 years, this was never an issue for me because relaxers had already made my hair soft. So there was no issue detangling. I would experience knots and tangles and a lot of breakage during wash day. And this has also left the middle of my hair with shorter strands. I was discouraged because I thought I was doing everything right. I was using good products, I was being gentle, but I was still experiencing a lot of breakage every time I washed my hair. And detangling after shampooing was the hardest part because tugging, pulling, spending long time in the shower was driving me nuts. Here is the thing about high porosity hair. My hair, 4B4C high porosity, has these lifted cuticles. Think of it like a pin cone that is always slightly open. What that means is that my hair absorbs moisture really fast and it loses that moisture just as fast. So every time I was introducing water directly to my dry, unprotected strands, I was actually starting wash day in a hole before it even began. I did not know that yet, but I was about to find out. Here is what is happening under the surface. When you add water directly to high porosity hair, the hair swells really fast. The cuticles absorb too much too quickly, and that swelling causes the strands to tangle against each other. So you are not just dealing with natural shrinkage, you're also dealing with hair that has locked itself into knots before you have even touched it with the product. Since detangling my hair was becoming an issue and my strands were just breaking at different points, I had to go research. And I was like, what can I use on my hair to make wash day easier and just something that takes away all of this tangling and whatever it is that goes on before I shampoo my hair so that I can have an easier wash day. And to be honest, at this point I was contemplating if being natural was the right thing to do because I was having a hard time not just retaining length but also having a hard time enjoying wash day. I have a video on how I transitioned from relaxers after 18 years. If you're interested, I'll be linking that here. Now, here is where it got interesting. I actually found out a step that I could take or something that I could use on my hair to make wash day easier. And this was a video I bumped into of somebody talking about pre-pooing. And I thought, pre what? I was like, I've never heard this word before, and not once of being in a salon chair for 18 years have I heard anything about pre-poo. And I was like, what is this? Because genuinely I felt like this is another step that is going to make my wash day longer, because being natural already is, we all know it's not easy to be natural. You have to wash, shampoo, condition, deep condition. The steps are a lot, and I'm like, I need to add pre-poo to that step. And my immediate reaction was like, this sounds like extra steps. I don't have time for it. I'm a mom. I do not have unlimited Saturday or Sunday afternoons for wash day. Wash day already takes enough time, and adding another step is just going to make it longer. But here is what I learned. Pre-pooing is not extra. For high porosity hair, it is the foundation. It is the step that makes every other step work better. It is the difference between wash day being a win or a setback. When I started pre-pooing consistently, my detangling time went from an hour to about 15 minutes. My hair stopped feeling stripped after shampooing. I stopped ending wash day feeling like I had just lost a fight. It was amazing how one step before the water changes everything. So I want to show you exactly what I do, my full pre-poo routine, what I use, how I apply it, how long I leave it on my hair, and why each part matters specifically for high porosity 4C hair. I promised you exactly what works. Let's get into it. So here is my pre-poo routine from start to finish. I keep it simple. I don't need 10 products for this step. A little goes a long way, and overloading your hair before wash day is not the goal. The first thing I use, and the only thing I use to pre-poo my hair, is flaxseed gel. And flaxseed is in your kitchen, or even if it's not in your kitchen, it's as cheap as anything. And in a situation whereby I don't want to use flaxseed gel, or I don't have flaxseed gel, I use African Pride Pre-Poo. The first time I made flaxseed gel pre-poo, I was like, yuck, why does this thing look like snot? Like somebody has got a runny nose, or somebody who's just getting better from having a flu. Both of these products are very hydrating, and they have so much sleep. I started enjoying using flaxseed gel pre-poo because I found out it has antioxidants, it has vitamin C, it has omega-3 fatty acids, which are good for the hair, and even found that it has proteins that are also good for the hair, most especially when I've used heat on my hair. I recently also shared a video on my YouTube channel on how I take care of my hair after using heat. If that is something that you'd be interested in, you can check out the link right here. When making this pre-poo, I added some rosemary, which is good for scalp health and just circulation on the scalp, because healthy scalp equals healthy hair. And then I also added some olive oil to it. The flaxseed gel was also not too thick or runny. This slows down how fast your hair absorbs water, which means less swelling, less tan, and less breakage during the wash. Now, this part is important. I'm not using a lot. Think of it like priming a surface before you paint. You're coating, not drowning. A little goes a long way. And whatever moisturizing agent that maybe somebody might want to use, or someone want to use as pre-poo, just make sure that it is something that has a lot of sleep to it. I start on dry hair, and I cannot stress this enough. Dry hair, not damp, not slightly wet, dry. And I section my hair into, I think I had 8 sections in this video. Just for context, I have medium density, high porosity hair. My hair is not crazy full, but my strands are thick, and yeah, 8 sections. This might look like it's extra. When your hair is in section, you are not fighting it, you are working with it. I used to do everything before in one big mass, and I would spend so much energy just detangling or trying to manage the chaos. Sectioning changed everything for me. By the way, if this is landing for you right now, if wash day has been a struggle and this is starting to make sense, hit subscribe. This is exactly the kind of content I make here. I would love to have you on this journey. Flaxseed gel brought my hair back to life, from being dry to being extra moisturized. Another thing I wanted to add was that after applying the pre-poo first off to my hair, I use my fingers first. The finger detangling was also something I learned recently. Before, I would have just gone in with a white tooth comb, and then I would even start from the roots instead of starting from the tips to the roots. So I finger detangle first, open up the hair so that the pre-poo can enter every part, because even with having medium density hair, there are times when I open up the hair that I've sectioned and I see the pre-poo is on top and it didn't get in between my strands. So open up the hair and then add the pre-poo. Then after finger detangling, I go in with a white tooth comb first to remove all of the shed hair before I use my tangle teaser brush. This was something I didn't know before and I learned the hard way. Watching a show or playing music helps take my mind off, and I'm a lot more gentle with my hair. Once all of the pre-poo has been added to all of my hair, I would put on a plastic cap and I would have let it sit for 30 minutes, or sometimes I will sit longer, just depending on how much time I have in the day. And the good thing is that what is happening here is that my hair is getting a chance to soften and to absorb what it needs in a protected environment. Or the olive oil is coating my cuticles, and just the pre-poo alone is adding sleep, and my hair is getting ready for water instead of just being prized by it. And wash day after this is amazing, because I would also shampoo my hair in these sections, and I noticed that I do not have detangles as much as I used to have. I have heard of aloe vera and okra as good detangling agents with great sleep, but I prefer my okra in my soup. There's this feeling of accomplishment and this feeling of joy once I'm done pre-pooing my hair, because I know that once I have taken this first step for wash day, every other thing is going to fall into place. Shampooing, conditioning, my curls bouncing back, and not just looking, my hair is healthy. Look at my hair is so shiny even from using the pre-poo. And another thing I also make sure to do is that I add that flaxseed gel to my scalp as well, because flaxseed gel is also good for the scalp. It has anti-inflammatory ingredients, which if you're having, or maybe you scalp issues, it's gonna help a lot with that. Another thing is the deep conditioning. I deep condition as normal, but this hits differently after I have used pre-poo, because the deep conditioner absorbs better and my hair is in a more receptive state, and the whole rest of wash day just flows better. And that is it. That's the full routine. Most part of the video was sped up. I was super gentle with my hair. Wash day is not something I dread anymore. I look forward to it. My hair feels softer coming out of the wash than it used to feel after the products were already in. My detangling time is a fraction of what it was. My length retention has genuinely improved since I started protecting my hair before the water. I think about the version of me that was in the bathroom struggling and almost in tears and wondering if natural hair was just supposed to be hard. And I want to tell her, it is not your hair. It is just one step you did not know about yet. But here is what I learned through all of this. Understanding your hair is not a one-time thing. It's like an ongoing conversation. And when you start treating wash day like something you're doing for your hair instead of something you're doing to your hair, every changes. It's hair. It's worth understanding. Now I want to hear from you. Are you pre-pooing right now, or is it something you have never tried? Maybe you have been doing it for years and you have a product you swear by that I need to know about. I would love to know where you're at. Please drop your comments in the comment section. I read every one of them. And if you're in the middle of figuring out your wash day routine right now, you're in exact the right place. Keep going. I made a video sharing what I would do differently if I were to start my natural hair journey, and that would be to date my hair. If that is something you're interested in, it will be playing right after this. If this video helped you, please share it with someone who is struggling with their natural hair wash day, who is doing everything right and still feeling like their hair is fighting them. Sometimes one video is all it takes. And if you want to be here for the next one, subscribe. It means a lot to me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.